knocking the man's hands away. "Spence?" "What?" he snapped with a grunt when his back hit the wall. Instead of asking him questions, the fucker could have made his way up and helped him. "I'm coming your way," Link warned. Spencer snorted and finally got his shot and kneed his attacker in the junk. "Better watch your ass," Link warned. Spencer didn't snort that time. Link was lethal, a military mercenary that handled some of the worst assignments they came across. Things that involved such heinous crimes it would leave an ordinary person psychologically damaged. Even so, Link wasn't as menacing as Eagle. Eagle was known to toy with his perps before sending them to a slow, agonizing death. When his attacker groaned and cupped his balls, Spencer moved in. He gut-punched the fucker, and when the perp doubled over, he brought his knee up beneath the big man's chin, knocking the behemoth back. The guy crumbled to the ground on his back. Spencer snatched up his weapon, tired of the fucking games. He bent over the guy and pointed the barrel right between the man's eyes. "You can die right here, right now, or you can roll over and put your hands behind your back." The man blinked up at him and slowly turned over. The guy was too big for one zip tie, so he used 3 to cuff his wrists. Good enough. Using the edge of his shirt, he wiped the sweat from his forehead and surveyed the room before he made any move to track his team. They were a 3-man unit known as Fury. 3 elite soldiers working for the government of the United States. Fury got the job done in places that a bigger unit, such as Infinity or Phoenix, would bring too much attention. Spencer had joined Fury shortly after Christmas when a high-ranking military official had approached him and asked if he was interested in filling a vacant spot in an elite 3-man unit. He'd grown up fighting for everything. It wasn't his thing to work with bigger teams, so hell yeah, he'd said yes. When he'd been briefed about the job, he'd immediately accepted. Anything to take his mind off Liam Cobalt and his offer to join Infinity. No way in hell did he want to be that close to the colonel. "I'm on my way to you both," Eagle warned. Spencer made his way around a few torn-down cubicles and paused, assessing the darkened room. If this job had been a bit less high-profile, Infinity would have been asked to step in. As it was, this mission was so far beneath the radar, if Fury were caught, the military would deny they ordered the op. Fury handled criminals too traitorous to list on the FBI's most wanted list. These were criminals that attacked agents in retaliation. The son of a bitches would kill family members, gut babies, and skin the agent alive. And the fuckers had done just that to FBI agent Robert Frankfurt, his wife, and their newborn baby girl. Agent Frankfurt had gone undercover and had infiltrated Frederick Bowman's criminal organization. They were still trying to figure shit out, but regardless of how it had happened, Robert's cover had been blown and his family brutally murdered. Retired Brigadier General Luke Ryan had called Fury's commander in the dead of night. When a general of the United States called, retired or not, you fucking snapped the fuck up. It seemed that FBI agent Robert Frankfurt had been a close personal friend to the general. They'd grown up together. The orders? Find Freddy before the cops did, and make sure he never took another breath. After weeks of tracking the scumbag, the bastard had holed up in an abandoned warehouse near Vermilion Bay, Louisiana. The surrounding area was eerily quiet, and no law enforcement was coming to save Frederick Bowman. They weren't putting Freddy in the system. Darting from where he stood, he reached the end of the room. Spencer was completely camouflaged in black, so he didn't worry about being seen. His weapon with a suppressor attached was kept close to his body. No worse for wear from its topple to the floor. Through his infrared goggles, he surveyed the room. Faint whimpers caused him to squint, and he saw people huddled in corners and beneath tables. Some sat with wide eyes, hands pressed over mouths, tears staining their cheeks. So much for the warehouse being deserted. The fluorescent light flipped on and flickered overhead, bringing his head snapping around. Across the room stood Frederick Bowman with a hostage in his grip. They had finally cornered good old Freddy. "I'll kill her! I swear to fucking God! She's dead if you don't back up!" Freddy screamed at him. Leveling his piece at Freddy, Spencer stood.